Hello everyone, my name is Angel Lopez. This is my audit for CAF, Bank of the Development of Latin America and the Caribbean. It's located in Caracas, Venezuela, where I am from. I decided to do an audit to this organization because my wife was working there for 13 years and I could get the chance to be familiar with the operation of the company, of the bank, and also I made some good friends there. Well, let's see what I found. As I say, CAF is a large international organization that supports projects and developments in 21 countries members. Those members are governments, so it's not a private bank, but it's not also a public bank. It's like a kind of bank that help governments to develop big projects in benefit of the communities and the people. So CAF has made a public commitment to become the green bank of Latin America and the Caribbean. Its larger target is try to reach 40% of financing products offering to their customers to try to try to help the customer, in this case country, to develop some climate change initiative to offset our footprint and the footprint of the people for those countries. So since I couldn't do a physical walkthrough of CAF because I'm here in Canada, and actually I wish, but I couldn't. And the headquarters are located in Caracas, and built a modified transit walk based on organizational knowledge and primary source consultation. Believe me, after 13 years going there every day to pick up my wife, I knew everybody in that building. So I know who I can contact, who I can ask for information. I knew who can support me with some ideas. So that's the main reason why I decided to work with this company. Alongside, I looked at benchmark CAF with its estimated annual footprint across 4 streams: air pollutants, solid waste, liquid waste, and indirect impact like employee commuting and the supply chain. So after my research, I estimate that the footprint for CAF comes out about 8,700 kilograms of CO2 per year, driven mostly by electricity and travel. But the more interesting story for me is where CAF is strong and where it isn't. On the strong side, recycling infrastructure is consistently maintained with 3-stream separation on every floor. So the staff can separate the garbage and the waste in their office. I understand that CAF also asks to the company who are making contracts or business to provide at least a 40% of offset of their footprint impact in the environment. So CAF shows that they understand that the footprint concerns, it doesn't stop only in the organization as CAF. They can also ask to the people involved in their business to contribute to these ideas. So, and that is a legal requirement that they ask for the customer. It's mandatory. It's not optional. For the customer and the suppliers. The gap that I could find was that first, there is a formal paper reduction policy, and printing is still needed in the company. Second, there is no EV charging or carpool program. Even through private vehicles are the dominant way. Over 200 professional staff getting into work in the building. Third, and this is something important, the CAF runs an annual integration week where the entire staff travel internationally to a rotating host country. It builds real culture and cohesion among the people working in the organization, but it also generates a carbon footprint that's never been offset. So my recommendation would be that how we can close those gaps. I focused on 6 recommendations, and I start. The first, enforce, not just publish the paper policy. Also, ask to departments try to reduce the consumption of physical paper. Second, add EV chargers, or at least create a real carpool program for the employees. 3, start composting in the cafeteria. 4, offset the annual integration week. For example, one idea that was proposed a few months ago was that the people who is working on a specific floor, they can go home for one day, and the entire floor is going to be empty, at least for that day. So they're going to help to reduce the consumption of electricity, and also the quantity of waste should reduce as well. 5, formalize the supply chain footprint requirement. It's not clear for some what is the criteria for that policy, so it should be more specific. And track and disclose travel emission by staff level. It's not fair that people has to go home to do their work, their jobs, or go to the office when the high-level staff or executive, they're traveling by plane from a country member to another one. So that is not fair. Maybe just it's not possible that only one person can produce more things that can contaminate the environment instead of the large amount of people working in one floor of the building. So my reflection is that doing this audit changed how I think about what sustainability can mean, because actually looks like from the inside of an organization you can see that they not only take care of the public policy, they also are taking care and have to take care about the internal policies, because we cannot pretend to be green when we cannot do some practices in a clean way. What I took from this course is that the gap between a bank external portfolio and its internal operation is exactly where you can tell the difference between an organization doing sustainability and an organization becoming sustainable. That's it. That's it for this course. Thank you so much.